Hi guys, it's time for another movie review, and this one is Prometheus, a movie I've been looking forward to basically since I found out Ridley Scott was making it. I'm a fan of the first two Alien movies. I love them. I think they're wonderful films. But anything after those two have really been lacking. And to be honest, each movie that's come out with an alien in it has deteriorated more and more. I really didn't like Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection was even worse, if that was possible. And the AVP movies, the less we talk about those, the better. So I saw the first trailer, and it really seemed to have the feel of the movie Alien. I was very excited about this. But I did know from early on that this was not really a prequel, but a story set in the Alien universe, and I think that's something that you really have to go in there before you see the film and say to yourself, this is in the Alien universe, but it's not really a prequel, as Ridley Scott has stated. It's a standalone movie, but it does answer some questions about the origins of the first film. The look of it is fantastic. I think it's the most visually stunning out of all of the Alien films I've ever seen. The special effects are amazing. They just, mind-blowingly beautiful to look at, and the look of the ship and everything. It doesn't look out of place of Alien, because it still seems to retain the same sort of atmosphere. But both ships, Prometheus and the Space Jockey's spaceship, especially that one, that really has the feel of the Alien movies. But both look amazingly fantastic, and I can't fault. Ridley Scott's vision is wonderful, and the technology doesn't seem that far removed from the technology in Alien and Aliens. The acting, I've heard a review actually by IGN before I did my review, stating that the characters in this film are one-dimensional. I totally disagree with that. I think that there's a lot of characters in there that, thanks to great dialogue, thanks to just being having the dialogue well acted and well performed, you care about certain, other characters in there. But of course, you have Michael Fassbender as David, who is absolutely fantastic in this. I really like his introduction. You just grow to like the guy, but there is a lot of different elements about him which make you not quite sure whereabouts he stands in the whole thing. But the way Michael Fassbender's portrayed this character, and given a reason of why David acts the way he does, because he is a fan of a certain type of movie, and decides to style himself on a person in this film that he watches while they journey to the alien planet. It's very, very clever, and it's very, very well done. Noomi Rapace and Charlize Theron are very good too. I really like Charlize Theron is this steely, cold type character, and you're not really sure where she stands. Everyone's sort of got like a alter ego. You're not quite sure if they're good people or bad people, and I found the crew very interesting. I mean, obviously there's quite a large crew in the film, so you can't really give too much time to everybody, but they just come across as, even the ones who don't really say anything or speak much, they just come across as because of the way they're directed, they come across as real people. So I found I cared about them. The actual alien incident that happens, there's some moments there are really suspenseful. It's hard to talk about this film because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but there's some really suspenseful moments in there. There's one scene that I found that was as tense as probably some of the most tense moments in Alien. That's all I can say about it. And it doesn't hold back on the gruesome stakes. There's some fairly gruesome moments in the film as well. I mean, the one scene where I said it gets really tense. You know, it's I think it's Ridley Scott once again playing on people's paranoia of certain things that happen in real life, and he does it really well. For me, it answered a lot of questions, as I said, about the Alien films, but it does leave a lot of questions unanswered, and it does make new questions for you, for you to think about and discuss with your friends after you've seen the film. Because he's left it open at the end, much like he did with Blade Runner. Really, I mean, that doesn't really have a definite ending to it. I hope this film's successful and they do make sequels of it, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll quite happily, class this with the other two Alien films. Watch this first and then carry on with Alien and Aliens. I can't praise it enough, really. I'd say I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. The reason I'm not going to give it 5 is because, for certain reasons, it doesn't have what I think will be the rewatchability factor of Aliens and Alien. I think maybe because once you've seen it and you know certain things are going to happen, I'm not sure if that might they might not be as tense as like when you saw them the first time. I could be wrong, but I just think that's the only thing. That's the only flaw I would probably knock the 0.5 star off for. And maybe I think some people might be disappointed with certain events that they might find don't quite connect with the original film. But as I said, if you go in there and realise it's not a prequel, it's a standalone film, but it answers certain questions, then I think you'll enjoy it. And as I said, it was a wonderful film, a beautiful look at, an intelligent sci-fi film, which they don't get made often nowadays. So I can say 4.5 stars, and go and watch it and tell me what you think. I'll catch you later.